Assalamualaikum and good morning to all lecturers. I am Nurul Farhazika binti Muhammad Zaidi. My supervisor is Dr. Nurhayati binti Abdul Hadi. Today I'm going to present to you the result of my final year project on the systematic review on the phenolic and flavonoid compounds of the Stingless bee honey and honeybee honey associated with the cardiovascular disease. So let's go through the overview of the study. The consumption of honey in human study. There are three studies by the Honeybee, Rashid, and Zahidi. There is no significant results in Honeybee and Rashid study. However, there is a significant increasement of the ratio LDL to HDL in Zahidi study. Next, the consumption of honey in animal study. In a Khalil study, there is increasement of the Tg and Tc where the rat is injected with the isoproterenol. In Afro study, the rat that treated with the honey has a low Tc, Tg, and LDL level. However, the rat that treated with the honey and saline have higher HDL level. In Arajua study, the rat that treated with honey has low the Tg level, while the rat that treated with the 3 gram of honey has low the Tc and LDL level. The rat that treated with the 2 gram of honey has increased the HDL level. Arajua study, the rat that treated with the high-fat diet show the increasement of the HDL and LDL. The rat treated with the honey has increased the Tg level. From this study show the rat that treated with the honey has lower SBP and Tg level, while the rat that consumed fructose has high APP. In Samad study 2014 show Gelam honey has decreased the Tg level, while the Samad study in 2017 show the rat that consumed the acacia honey has lowered the Tg and cholesterol level. In the Ajibola study, they showed a good profile level. Next, the study of the Arajua. The control group of the SHR diabetic WKY and WKY treated with the honey has higher systolic blood pressure than the control group. Arajua study shown that the SHR rat treated with the honey has a lower systolic blood pressure. The consumption of the quercetin on animal study. In the Garcia Sora study, the rat that consumed the quercetin has lowered the SBP, same as the rat that treated with the quercetin with the gold bulb. The rat that consumed only gold bulb has the highest SBP level. In the Duarte study, the SHR rat that treated with honey has lowered the SBP. Then Hill study, rat that received quercetin has lowered the Tg level about 14%. The Matcha study, the rat that received the quercetin has a lower SBP. Jalili study, the rat with the abdominal aortic constriction has the lower SBP and DPP after receiving the quercetin. The Kellstrom study said there is no significance in the lipid profile. In the Imura study, there is significant result in the rat that received daltesium has lowest SBP in the 22nd of day. The rat that received the enzymatically modified isoquercetin has lower the SBP than the rat that received the quercetin. Macro study, the result of the systolic blood pressure level in the rat that received dimethyl sulfoxide has increased the level, but the rat that received the quercetin and captopril have lowered the SPP level. First one is Edward study in 2007. There is significant result in the rat with the pre-hypertension as the TC, HDL, and LDL were increased while the TG level was decreased. In the Eager study in 2008 by the healthy people, there is an increase of the TC and HDL. Another study of Eager in 2009, there is increasement of the TG level in the men. Eager study, the results show the ApoE4 has the highest TG level. And in the Lee study, the people who receive quercetin will lower the TC, LDL, SBP, and DPP level, and will increase the HDL cholesterol level. In Zahidi and Javadi, there is no significant result shown. The broad study showed the people who receive quercetin has lowered the HDL cholesterol and increased the TG level. In the B-Singer study, there is lower of the DPP and SPP level. Lastly, the consumption of the caffeic acid in the animal study. By the Lee study, by using the angiotensin 2 has lowered the cell culture than the control group. In the whole study, received the distilled water and the caffeic acid has lowered the blood pressure. Lastly, the GAN study showed the rat that received the caffeic acid has lowered the TC, LDL, and TG